If you want to help improve the chances that your message will be read, will be understood the way you intended and make a good impression on your reader, understanding and applying the C's to your writing as you plan and revise can help you accomplish those goals. A writer has a right to expect every message to be complete and concise, clear, conversational, courteous, correct, coherent, considerate, concrete, and credible. Even though these are listed in distinctive categories, they are not mutually exclusive. They do overlap. For example, a message may be unclear because it is incomplete, or a writer may be inconsiderate of the reader by sending a message that is filled with incorrect punctuation or the reader's name is spelled incorrectly. But looking at them in categories helps us more easily discuss what makes an effective message for our audience. Let's take a brief look at each C. Complete. Did you provide the reader with the information that he or she needs so follow-up questions are not necessary? Concise. Did you use the fewest number of words possible so your reader does not have to wade through superfluous information? Is it clear? Have you thought about what your reader knows and does not know, and the words you choose to use, or are you writing based on what you know or what makes sense to you? Is it conversational? Does your writing sound as though as you are writing to a human or to a robot? Courteous. Is your tone pleasant, and have you shown the reader how he or she benefits from your information or policy, or does the message sound demanding and is all about the writer's interest? Is it correct? At first glance, does your message look professional and give a good first impression, or does it give the impression that it was hurriedly prepared? Is it coherent? Do you leave your reader thinking that the ideas are jumbled or that they tie together smoothly? Be considerate. When a reader looks at your document, does it look inviting to read with bullets and headings, or does it use one or two long paragraphs with no signpost to help guide the reader through the message? Concrete. Have you included specifics, or are vague, meaningless words used? Credible. Are reliable facts given from source that can be located, or is the information from an unknown source such as the grapevine? You need first to understand each C. Once you understand and can apply the concept in your writing, the next step is to keep revising until you have applied each C and are recognized as an effective business writer. Complete. Self-explanatory, right? Understanding what it means is simple, but making certain that your communications are complete is not as simplistic. Once I received a letter asking me to speak at a conference. It told me where the conference would be, how many attendees were expected, what my topic would be, what the room provided, what my stipend would be, and by when the committee needed my answer. Did you notice that the date of the conference was missing? That was a vital piece of information. Why our message is sent with incomplete information? One reason is that we forget that the reader does not know all the information we do. You know what you know, and may not consider that the reader does not necessarily know the same information. Think about this example. You send this email to your fellow meeting attendees. Just a reminder that our monthly meeting Friday will begin promptly at 10. Be sure to bring your latest sales figures and come prepared to discuss the 3 products for which I have attached updated changes. As always, bagels and coffee will be provided. At 10:15 Adam, last month's promising new hire arrives, obviously stressed and out of breath. Your immediate thought is that being late to the first meeting is not a good way to begin. Adam quickly explains that he had spent the previous 20 minutes trying to locate the meeting room. What happened? You and all the other team members knew where the meeting would be held, where it had always been held. But Adam, having never attended one of these meetings, needed that crucial bit of information. So the major cause of incomplete writing is assuming or forgetting to analyze what your reader does and does not know. What can be done to be certain your communication is complete? Try to think like your reader. Even though that can be difficult, the more you know and can learn about your reader, the more you can try to think like that reader. Ask yourself these questions. What is the primary purpose of the message? The most important point I need my reader to remember. What information must the message include? For example, ask the questions who, what, when, where, why, and how. What does the audience already know about this situation? Will my reader need some background information, or has he been part of all previous discussions or negotiations? What does my reader want to know and or need to know? How does the information impact the reader, and what should the reader do with the information? Additionally, what actions do you want from the reader? Is a follow-up necessary, or is the message just to provide information? If follow-up is necessary, how is it to be shared? Call a meeting, send an email, or write a report. Also ask if you have worked with this reader before. Do we have a working relationship, so I know how the reader will react to the message? Will the reader have a positive, neutral, or negative reaction? To help you analyze if your message is complete, you might have someone who is unfamiliar with this situation read your message to see if he or she has any question about what you are saying. If possible, write your message and then put it aside for even 10 or 15 minutes and then reread it to help you identify holes in the message. Keep trying to see the message through your reader's eyes and ask those all important questions so that you can be certain the message is complete.